Hey, girlfriend, you know who you are. You have big, big dreams. You want to write a book, stand on a TED Talk stage, be a life coach offering wisdom from your RV in Montana, a cafe in Barcelona, or a beach chair in Tulum. Your other girlfriends and your family, they don't always get your biz savvy. Why do you want to leave your JOB? Because you're a C.A.T.S, aka coach, author, thought leader, and speaker. Meet other changemakers like yourself and find out how they make it happen. This is the Big Meow podcast.
Welcome to the Big Meow, brought to you by C.A.T.S Network. I'm your host, Angela Howard, and today I'm with Aradia Zenobia. How did I do?
Perfect.
Aradia is a coach and a speaker, and her business name is Expansion Lifestyle. So welcome to our show, and we cannot wait to hear more about you.
Thank you, Angela. I appreciate it. I enjoy the idea of being here.
So tell us about the Expansion Lifestyles.
Well, it's basically a business that's based around my speaking, because I speak to overcoming and achieving and becoming a leader and a success in the community. And I thought expanding your life was what it's about. So Expansion Lifestyles is the name I came up with.
Awesome. Do you coach speakers to, say, take it from in the closet to on the stage? Tell us the process.
Actually, yes, I do coach speakers. That's my secondary coaching business. I help them find out and figure out how to monetize their speaking. A lot of people speak for free, which is not a bad thing. But when you're speaking for free, you're speaking to small groups and you're giving away your knowledge in a way that kind of decreases its value.
Right.
So I teach people how to go forth and honor the value of what they have to say and what they've lived.
What's your primary coaching?
My primary coaching is trauma coaching. I speak mostly to women between the age of about 40 and 60, 65, the ones that are squeezed between moms and dads and teenagers, between work and teenagers, between work and their marriage, things where they find themselves overstressed and don't know what to do. I talk with them about how to overcome the stress, overcome the trauma, walk through it, and become what they need to be.
Nice. So in our audience, your audience, we're all C.A.T.S, coaches, authors, thought leaders, and speakers. So you're speaking to us. Do you have a nugget of wisdom or a little advice you could give somebody who's maybe on that precipice of realizing that there's a better life, or that they want to become a coach or start a business?
Absolutely. And that it's possible. Don't ever think that it's not possible. You have probably come through many things in your life. And if you look back, traumas and stressors and doubters, and you've come through that all to become who you are today. So moving forward is just a matter of understanding that you can move through this too and become greater at what you're doing. And again, honor the value of what you know and what you are.
So what do you do when you hit a pocket of self-doubt? Maybe you don't, but if you do, what do you do?
Oh, I definitely hit pockets of self-doubt. And what I do is I take time for myself. One thing that I teach when I'm doing coaching or speaking, I talk about breath work. I think it's important to stop and breathe. And there are different techniques to breathing, depending on if you're trying to get through an immediate horrible stress or if you're meditating or whatever. But taking slow, even breaths, breathing in, holding it for a second and letting it out very slowly, puts you at a center, a place where you can understand what it is that you're thinking, why you're thinking it, what's the best step to take forward. And when I'm doubting myself, I do that. I definitely do my breath work. And I have a little place that I call it my prayer chair. It's a little chair in a corner that I have here. And it's like a timeout chair when the kids were young. And I've kept it and I use it for timeout for myself. And I sit and I meditate, or I just think, and I always know, I've always depended on myself, which many women do. They're the backbone of their families. They're the backbone of the workplace. They're the backbone for themselves. So I stop and I realize that I can do whatever it is I put my mind to. And when I remind myself of that, and I remind myself again of what I have done in the past, what I have accomplished, that self-doubt seems to melt away. And I go forward and I try harder.
That's fantastic. So I also know in your information sheet, you've been through your own trauma. And you also are talking about how we can be isolated as women in a home, in a family, and entrepreneurial solopreneurs. We tend to just stay in, from the carpool to the office, the home office, and we get isolated. So I'm weaving these two together, getting through trauma, hitting those self-doubt pockets, and networking, because C.A.T.S is a network. Address for us the importance of networking in those moments.
Oh, you can't overstate the importance of your girls. You need to have people both on the professional level and the personal level. You go to them when you're having doubts professionally. Your fellow professionals, they know what you've accomplished. They know what they've accomplished. And hearing from them that you can keep on going is invaluable. And they will support you, and they will set you on a path, and they will give you advice. And that a network, a professional network, you cannot overstate the importance of that. And a personal network, absolutely. Your girls are your everything. Because I'll tell you, I came to a point in my business when I realized I'm just, for those who don't know, I'm disabled. And I was depending on my husband, and my husband was not interested in what I was doing. And it occurred to me that I couldn't depend on him. I needed my girls. I needed my friends, people who I could turn to and say, I am stuck. I need help. And they would be there for me, even if it was just with a bottle of wine and an ear to listen. But my professional network, they're the ones that got me my first gigs. And getting started is everything. So networking is without a price. You can't put a price on that. You need to get out there and network. Absolutely.
And that's what C.A.T.S is about, is a network for all of us to support each other. And as I always say, it's about collaboration, not competition. And that's kind of our motto. So what's next for you? What's the big picture?
Well, I have ideal dream, if you will, speaker situations, and I'm looking forward to making those come true. Actually, one of them may be coming true this fall. And I'm very excited about that. I can't really say that I have it yet, but I've got the networking going on that makes it look very, very promising. I'm hoping to expand my coaching business. Right now, my coaching is from word of mouth, from my speaking engagements. Actually, people come to me and ask me if I can help them. And of course, that's what I do. My business philosophy is your success is my success. And it's my personal philosophy as well, because I believe in helping people up. I believe in mentoring. I believe in networking.
Wow. Well, you're a very powerful cat in our network. We really appreciate that in your time. So how do we find you?
Very easy. Well, if you can spell my name, it's aradiazenobia.com. And it's spelled exactly like it sounds, really. It's not as difficult as it sounds. But aradiazenobia.com and Aradia Zenobia at Facebook.
Perfect. Yeah.
So,
I bet you're the only one in there. So
yeah, I say you don't have to choose between them. It's me.
It is you. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on C.A.T.S and imparting your wisdom. And we wish you all the success in the future and see you on the big stage.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Angela. It was nice talking to you.
All right. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Big Meow podcast, sponsored by C.A.T.S Network. If you liked what you heard, please take a moment to subscribe and share this podcast with your friends. You can also join our network filled with positivity and possibility. Visit www.catsnetworking.com to join us and learn more, together with your magical, motivated, and mystical new friends at C.A.T.S Network. Let's transform 1 million lives with your message. Are you feeling isolated sitting at home in your PJs? Or perhaps you're tired of the comfy sweatpants with holes in them that are hidden just below the camera? I mean, you could puke at the thought of another day of Zoom meetings and reporting to your BOSS. Do you want freedom from your home office desk or the office cubicle? Do you want freedom from your current career? Or are you frustrated that your online biz dreams are going nowhere? It's all too overwhelming. Where do you start? All the tech, the choices, and your message. Yep, I said your message, your brand, your voice. What is it? Do you even know what that means? Do you need a biz coach but don't want to invest the big bucks? Let's face it, being a solopreneur is lonely, but you don't have to do it alone. And here's a solution. Join C.A.T.S Network. C.A.T.S Network is a woman-only membership community exclusively available to you, the life coach or executive coach, the author, the thought leader, or the public speaker. If you identify with this list or want to work on adding some of these to your skill set, C.A.T.S is the place for you. Check us out at www.catsnetworking.com. That's C-A-T-S networking.com. Because let's face it, cats are better together.